The shop's making $48,000 a month selling simple flower prints. And since this is a digital product, margins are huge, around 93%. But that's not even the crazy part. This listing's 2 months old. And this other store here saw that opportunity and created a similar product just a month later and are now making around $10,000 per month per listing. Yes, these are variations of the same exact product. Now, I believe there's still a huge gap in the market, and I can already spot one big mistake these stores are making. And I'm going to tell you how to take advantage of this and make even more money than them. So, if you want to start making money right away, this video is for you. Because I'm going to show you step by step on how to create these products, how to drive sales, and if you stick around till the end of the video, I'm going to show you this one simple thing that none of these stores are doing that can easily double or triple your income. So, let's talk about the product. It doesn't look like anything special. This look like just simple flower portraits. But they were able to sell $48,000 a month worth of these things. So what's this all about? It's not just any flower portrait, but this is a bouquet of what they call birth flowers. So birth flowers are flowers that represent each month of the year. They're associated with certain qualities that reflect the individual born that month. So what happens is when a customer places an order, they would choose the flowers that represent each of their family members. And the seller would then take those flowers and digitally arrange them into a bouquet and send it to them as a digital download. Now, you're probably thinking, are you asking me to manually arrange flowers for every order? That sounds like a lot of work. Well, we're not going to do that today because we're going to use AI to do this for us. And since AI is doing most of the heavy lifting, this could be one of the most passive side hustles that you can start today. So instead of learning how to use Photoshop and having to manually arrange the flowers into a bouquet, we're going to use Midjourney because with just a single prompt, you're going to get that bouquet you want in just less than 60 seconds. But before I show you the prompts, let me tell you why I love this idea. Number one, high margins. So with digital downloads, you keep most of the profits, usually around 93% if you sell on Etsy. And you can probably get more if you sell on your own website. And number two, no shipping or fulfillment. So unlike an e-commerce business, there's no shipping or fulfillment involved. You don't have to deal with the packing or the shipping nonsense that takes a lot of your time. And e-commerce stores are pretty high risk because you have to buy the inventory before you can sell it. So there's a lot of guessing involved and you got to make sure that you're right most of the time. And number three, low cost. You can start this business with just $20. You can scale it to $40,000, $50,000 a month, and your cost stays at $20. So let's talk about how to design these. There are tons of free AI image generators out there, but I feel that Midjourney still gives you the best results. Because remember that what people are buying here is the design. So you got to make sure that you're able to create the highest quality possible. So Midjourney is $10 a month, and that's 2 cups of coffee to run the business. So if you don't have a Midjourney account, you can go to midjourney.com, click on join the beta. It will prompt you to create a Discord account, so just follow the instructions. So I'm not going to cover this part in detail because there are plenty of videos out there teaching you how to do that. Because I want to focus on the important part, which is showing you the prompt to use. Now, I did some testing today and this simple prompt seems to work the best. So you want to type in /imagine and write a bouquet of daffodil, chrysanthemum, and rose flowers with stem visible on white background and line art. Now you see that these are the 3 flowers that I want in the bouquet. And obviously you can replace this with any flower you want, or you can even add more flowers at the end here. I'm not going to put any aspect ratio because I'll be editing it after. So I'm going to hit enter. And here's what I was able to get with this prompt. Looks good, right? So I think this 4th one looks good here. If you don't like any of these for some reason, you can click on the reload button here to generate a new set of images. But if you're happy with this one, for example, you can click on U4 and it will upscale it for you to download. Now, the best thing with a product like this is that you can take this birth flower idea and offer your customers various styles in completely different listings. One in watercolor, one in color pencil sketch, or maybe one in Van Gogh style. I mean, just look at the brushstrokes here. Now, the biggest reason you want to have multiple listings is you want to get more exposure on Etsy. Here's what I mean. So if you combine all the styles into one listing, your customers will first have to find your listing and then they get to choose their style. But imagine if you have 10 different listings. You'll be 10 times more likely to get discovered because you'll have multiple listings appearing on different pages on search results. And you can target more keywords in your title this way. Now, you're probably going to ask, what styles do I use? How do I know the prompts to use? Well, I'm going to share with you this incredible guide where you'll find hundreds or even thousands of artists and pick the style that you want. Please note that I didn't create this guide. It was done by this guy, Randallin, that was kind enough to share this with the world. It's a Google Sheet link, so I'll have that down in the description if you like. Now let's go back, and I've got a couple of things to tell you here. So notice that sometimes when you're asking for 3 flowers, it gives you 4 flowers like this. So the types of flowers are correct, but sometimes they give an extra flower. And you can easily fix that by adding the word 1 before each flower. And I was able to get 1 flower each. So that will just give you more control. So try playing around with the prompts and see what works best for you and use that whenever someone places an order. But if you feel like you're hitting a wall with these prompts, you can always go to Midjourney's community page. You can search bouquet of flowers in pencil sketch, for example. And you're going to see all the images created by other people, including the exact prompt used to get that image. Now, once you get the image ready, you can add personalization right on the bottom of the flowers. But before I show you that, if you like content like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you'll never miss another idea. I do appreciate that. So I'm going to open a new project on Kiddo, and I'm going to upload and place the image we just created right in the center here. I'm just going to resize and adjust it. First thing you do is you want to remove the background. So if you look here, there's a white background behind the flowers, and we don't want that. So you can simply click on the image and click on AI background remover, and in just 2 seconds the background's gone. So if I change the background color, you're going to see that the AI did a pretty good job removing the background. Next, I'm going to add that text on the bottom here. So I'm going to click on text, add a headline, and I'm going to write the Taylor family, and I'm going to use a script font. So let me look for that. Click on the script, and there's this font that I quite like called the authorized signature. So I'll choose this one and set the font size to 75 and see if that works. Great. And you can actually transform the text with these presets here if you need to, like these ones. But I'm just going to keep it simple and straight for this one. Next, I'm going to add another line of text for the names. I'm going to write Anna, Michael, John. You can change the font to something simple like Belfair here, and also set the font to 25. And you want to make sure that you adjust everything so they are centered properly. Okay, that looks good. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to get these images on a nice mock-up for your listing, because you want your customers to be able to imagine what this will look like hanging on their wall. So the easiest way is to use Kittle's built-in mockup tool. So you can simply click on this t-shirt icon here, and I'm going to look for wall art. Great, so we have a few options here. This one looks pretty good. I'll click on this one. Now I'm going to adjust and resize the image so it's where I want it to be. And you have the option to change the background color so it's not just plain white. So maybe you can do a soft gray or maybe a soft beige color. It's really nice as well. Now keep in mind that if you want to use mockups like these, you do need to be on the Pro plan, but it's just $10 a month. So you get to use the AI background remover, all the premium fonts, templates, and premium mockups. And if you decide to sign up, I've got a 50% off code if you use the code on the screen. Now, if you're just starting out, the most obvious place you want to sell this is on Etsy, right? Because they've got the massive traffic and the platform is built to sell personalized products exactly like this. But if you've been watching my videos, you know I always like to diversify my income in case something happens. Yes, you are taking advantage of their huge audience, but you are ultimately at the mercy of Etsy. So for me, I always have my own website because it allows me to grow my own audience. And when I'm selling products like this, I have my Shopify store. Now, by having your own website, it doesn't mean that you have to manage 2 platforms. You can use an app like this to sync your Etsy listings with your Shopify site. So you just have to make changes in one place and it will sync across all platforms. So the first step when you're creating a website is to find a domain name. So you want to think of your domain name as your ID on the internet. For example, Rihanna has rihanna.store, Shopify has shopify.com, MrBeast has mrbeast.store. So the domain name is obviously the ending of those links. And if you're selling products online, why don't you use a domain name that's meant exclusively for online stores? So it tells your audience that your website is an online store and instantly associates it with the store selling products. It's unique and it makes you stand out. And according to an independent study, that store domains get 87% more visits, twice the visibility on Google, and 12% lesser cost per conversion when running ads. And they've actually got a million businesses using it, in even celebrities or influencers like Rihanna, Shakira, Mr. Beast, Michelle Obama, Maroon 5, Emirates. They're all using it. You can buy these domains anywhere on GoDaddy, Namecheap, or even on Shopify itself. But since .store is today's video sponsor, you can grab one from their official website, www.get.store, for an exclusive deal of 99 cents. And here's how you do it. After you've decided on your domain name, you're going to enter it here. And if it's available, you can click on Add to Cart and hit Proceed. You now have the option to add a professional email from Google or add an SSL certificate. But I'm going to skip all this for now and just hit Proceed. Now you're going to see that the domain is $29. Then there's an optional privacy protection for $8. But if you use my discount code, Jason Store, enter it here, you're going to get your first year for just 99 cents, the domain. Now that's a heck of a deal. And plus, if you sign up, .store domain gives you access to discounts up to $2,500 on e-commerce tools like Wix, ShipStation, MailChimp, and a lot more. So if you want a secure domain today, click on the link below and get your exclusive discount. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, there's one big thing that these stores are not doing that you can take advantage of. So if you notice here, all these sellers are offering these images in digital files only. So there's one simple thing that I would add to these listings to potentially double or triple your profits easily. And that is by offering printing service. So customers get the end product. And it doesn't have to be hard because you can use a print-on-demand provider like Printify. Because you see, there are no downsides by offering this. It's totally free to integrate Printify with Etsy or Shopify, and it can actually make you more money. Plus, it's all automated because once the artwork is approved by the customer, the order will automatically go to Printify. So they will do all the printing, all the shipping to the customer. So all you need to do is to create the artwork. If you see here, they've got plenty of picture frames to choose from with tons of different sizes, different canvases. And I think this is a major way to stand out from your competitors, because many of the customers who order these images would want them printed out on a picture frame anyway. And how do I know that? Because they've actually said it themselves in the reviews. So you already have the customer. Why not earn that extra profit by offering the printing as well, instead of giving the business away to another provider? So your customer gets the full experience. You make more money. It's a win-win. Now, a lot of people ask me this: how did you grow so quickly on YouTube? How do you have 50,000 subscribers with just 19 videos? And how much do you actually make on YouTube? Well, I shared this in a video in the past. I was able to hit $10,000 a month just on my third month on YouTube with just 3,200 subscribers at that point. So you see, you don't really need a huge following to make your first $10,000 on YouTube if you have the right strategies. Yep, it's pretty crazy, but full transparency, I've actually been on YouTube for about 6 years now. And this is my fourth channel. It's not an overnight success. Obviously, I've been through many trials and errors, so I know what works and what doesn't. But here's the fact: 90% of people who start on YouTube are just guessing. Yes, it's free to post videos on YouTube, but you are spending months or years creating videos, hoping that you're right about the things that you're doing. And because of that, a lot of people give up because they're not seeing the results they want. Now, if you want to take the guesswork out of building a successful YouTube channel that will completely change your life, you can check out the Creator Academy course. I've dedicated countless hours into this course, so you're going to see every step I took to get this channel monetized in just 29 days, and copy my exact systems that allowed me to hit $10,000 on just my third month. I've helped around 1,000 creators so far to start their YouTube journey, and no, it's not a $1,000 course. Don't have a Lambo or a private jet. I intentionally designed the course to be super affordable, yet full of actionable steps. So if you want to check it out, you can click on the link below, or if you just want to see my backend analytics, everything's there as well. So if you've always been thinking about starting on YouTube, let's make 2024 your best year. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.